Korban tewas akibat gempa Maroko diperkirakan mencapai 2.500 jiwa lebih dan sekitar 2.400 lainnya mengalami luka. Tercatat 1.293 orang tewas di Provinsi Al-Haus yang merupakan pusat gempa dan 452 orang tewas di Provinsi Taroudan. Sebagian besar korban tewas berada di daerah pegunungan yang sulit dijangkau.
طاح عليه واحد السور كنا غاديين باش نخدموا بالليل وملي سمعنا داك الزلزال خرجنا كنجريو طاح عليه واحد المورسو من الفوق طاح ليه على راسو هذا الشيء اللي كاين اخويا وجابوه الانعاش هنايا في المعاكيز.
Melalui laman media sosial, Presiden Joko Widodo menyampaikan bela sungkawa kepada Maroko. Jokowi mewakili masyarakat Indonesia menyampaikan doa untuk seluruh korban bencana gempa. Gempa terjadi Jumat malam pukul 23.10 waktu setempat. Gempa berkekuatan magnitudo 6,8 terjadi pada kedalaman 8 km di wilayah Elhus, Maroko Utara.
Selamat malam, jumpa lagi dalam One on One bersama saya Abraham Silaban. Mirsa, episode kali ini kita akan berdiskusi mengenai peristiwa tragis yang terjadi di Maroko. Kita mendengar ada gempa bumi yang begitu dahsyat di sana dengan magnitudo 6,8 yang menewaskan sedikitnya 2.500 orang dan melukai hampir 3.000 warga lainnya. Dan kesempatan ini sangat istimewa karena kami diterima dengan baik oleh Duta Besar Maroko, Duta Besar Kerajaan Maroko untuk Republik Indonesia dan Singapura, Mr. Wadia bin Abdillah. Assalamualaikum. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Ambassador.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Mr. Ambassador, we heard that the death toll from Morocco earthquake continues to climb. Could you provide us the latest update, sir?
Until today, the latest, we are at 2,500 dead and same in injuries, a little bit more, 2,600 exactly, and 2,650 in injuries until today. And they are still working and looking for this in some places on the mountains, and who was very difficult to attend.
Okay. We heard this earthquake was the strongest in more than a century, Mr. Ambassador. How would you describe the scale and the severity of this quake?
No one was expecting. There are in Morocco, there are places who are subject to earthquakes, like north part of Morocco, and we already have medium earthquakes, if you can call that medium, with around 4 degrees and 4.5, like in El Husayma 20 years ago. But this one, no one was expected in this province. And that's why more than 1 century we never had earthquake with this as stronger.
6.8 magnitude.
6.8 magnitude. And it happens in mountain, the center was in mountain area.
The quake has also damaged building in Marrakesh, including the UNESCO World Heritage Site. How bad is it, sir?
No. What happens is it was so strong that they feel it in Spain and in Portugal, which are around 600 kilometers from the center. So all the cities feel it. Marrakesh is a historical city. Marrakesh
the old
and
cities.
all around.
The old city of Marrakesh.
Yeah. In Marrakesh, there was, of course, there was buildings who was destroyed, many damages in the heritage. There is a mosque in the region of Tinmel. That mosque was from the 12th century.
Yeah.
From the 12th century, we just finished to restore it, and this mosque of Tinmel, you can Google it. It was completely destroyed. Other buildings, not totally, but there were injuries. The mosque, the famous mosque of Kutubia, Alhamdulillah, not big destroyed, just some fissures, but it's okay. So this is one of the results of the earthquakes.
Mr. Ambassador, unfortunately, people are still trapped under the rubble. Anything you can share with us about search and rescue operations?
Since first minute when we learn about that, His Majesty King Mohammed VI give instruction to all forces of the nation. The army, the police, the civil servant, everyone, and of course the volunteers, everyone was here for helping. The difficulty, as I said, that it happens, and the baddest happens in mountains. At night time, it was 11:30 p.m., and it happens in places where the roads was completely destroyed. So how can no one could attain these villages? It was like run. The minutes, every minute was counting. Every minute was counting.
Racing against time.
Yeah, voilà, racing. I was looking for this the term. And the army used the helicopters in all these places to try to rescue the maximum. Also, other thing who didn't help, the buildings. The buildings are traditional buildings, not poor buildings, but traditional buildings who are built in natural materials. But these buildings are very good for the cold, for the hot, because the climate inside this building is good. But in front of earthquakes,
it's not ready for the earthquake.
So many people of this 2000 did under these buildings. And the most of the damages was in these areas, in these mountain areas. Yes, many villages completely dispersed. Completely.
As you said, Mr. Ambassador, blocked roads and terrain, making it difficult to reach remote villages. How do you get around with this situation, sir?
Believe me, everyone feel himself. It's normal. It's the solidarity. It's the natural solidarity between Moroccans. When you are in front of a situation like this, all people, all private or administration make their all what they have to make it possible, to make the passage possible. You can see the images. You can see now the images in all media who can transmit what happens. Everyone is working on, is helping. It's something, it's natural, it's normal.
Okay. What actions has the Moroccan government taken in order to provide immediate relief and support to the affected communities?
Of course, all hospitals, private clinics, also more than 1,500 doctors come from everywhere from Morocco to help. 2,000 nurses, more than the locals, adding the locals. Army hospitals are, in catastrophic situations, there is army hospitals who can go on site. Donc, army hospitals also are on site. And this is for the all what healthy things, but also people who receive this must sleep somewhere, must eat.
Yeah,
there is the water, all the system of water is broken. So help coming from everywhere. All the planes and the logistic of army is under mobilization for this catastrophe. And once again, the images are here to show all what happens. There was also a request for blood, and it's something difficult to people stay 5-6 hours, volunteers to give their blood everywhere in all parts of Morocco. And so there is real national and spontaneous mobilization. The government, like I said, look, for the health, I speak. Now for what's coming, because all these injuries, all these people who lost their houses, who lost their job, who lost everything. Donc, there is a ministerial, under instruction of His Majesty, there is a ministerial commission with all parts of the government are represented. And they are working 24 hours, 24, preparing everything in how to rebuild all these buildings and quickly, because winter is coming. And winter in these mountain places is very hard. So we must make it quickly and not let people living under tents. So how to build quickly, how to build also schools. 500 schools was completely or partly destroyed.
So basically, what are you saying? Moroccan government is trying to cope with the situation as soon as possible.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mr. Ambassador, could you provide information about the availability of clean water, food, and other essential supplies for the affected community?
We sincerely, we are surprised. As Moroccan, I am surprised of this force, this power of solidarity we can see. Everyone is here. There is a queue of trucks going to these places, kilometers queue of trucks going, providing water. Everyone is giving. Everyone is giving. We never had a catastrophe like this in Morocco, so it makes every Moroccan from his inside wanted to give. Even poor people, they say, I give small thing, but I have to give. I cannot just looking and only praying. So we are not scary of this, really. We are not scary of this. But we are thinking to weeks, to months coming. They are really important because we have to stand up quickly. We have to stand up quickly, and people have to regain their normal life, if I can say normal, because not easy to say, the normal life quickly.